On the night of October 10, the armed forces of the Russian Federation launched another massive missile attack on the territory of Ukraine. Representatives of the Russian military department have already reported the destruction of dozens of military targets in the enemy's rear areas. In particular, Russian ballistic missiles and guided aerial bombs of the FAB and ODAB families destroyed dozens of enemy military installations in such regions of Ukraine as Kharkiv, Kiev, Odessa, Poltava, and Dnipropetrovsk. However, before moving on to the main topic of this video, I would like to discuss the latest developments in the Kursk region with you. So, a few minutes ago, war correspondents reported that over the past 24 hours, the Russian army achieved significant success in the Kursk direction of the front. In particular, it is reported that on October 9, 2024, the Marines of the 155th Brigade of the Pacific Fleet bypassed the settlement of Lyubimovka and attacked enemy positions in villages such as Pokrovsky and Zelenay Shlyak. According to war correspondents, the attack of the Russian Marines was so rapid that the Ukrainian soldiers did not even have time to react. It is reliably known that as a result of this attack, the Russian Marines managed to liberate the settlement of Pokrovsky. As for the village of Zelenay Shlyak, the Russian Marines managed to capture the western part of the settlement. According to the well-known military journalist and expert Yuri Podolyaka, such a rapid and unexpected attack by Russian Marines in the Pokrovsky and Zelenay Shlyak areas shocked Ukrainian soldiers. Yuri Podolyaka noted that in the coming days and even hours, the situation of the Ukrainian army will rapidly deteriorate in this direction of the front. According to him, such confident actions of the Russian Marines and the loss of the village of Pokrovsky by the Ukrainian army led to the fact that now there is a real panic in the Ukrainian general staff. Western military experts from numerous analytical centers also recognized the successful actions of Russian troops in the Kursk direction of the front. According to them, the loss of the strategically important settlement of Pokrovsky by the Ukrainian army led to the fact that the Russian troops established full control over the band of the Snagist River. Thus, the Russian army received the opportunity to approach the main road, leading to the city of Sudza. Thus, the Ukrainian army units located in Sudza are at risk of being surrounded because of the advancing Russian forces from the east, southeast, and now also from the northwest. Unfortunately for the Ukrainian and NATO generals, on the morning of October 10, war correspondents reported another bad news from Kursk direction of the front. In particular, Russian and even Ukrainian war correspondents confirmed that the fighters of the group of troops under the designation Sever completely liberated the strategically important settlement of Cherkasskoportnoy in the Sudzansky district of the Kursk region. It is reported that as a result of the fighting for this settlement, about 80 Ukrainian soldiers were captured by the Russian army. Moreover, it is reported that in the first minutes of the fighting for Cherkasskoye-Portnoy, Russian fighters managed to destroy 50 Ukrainian soldiers in 5 units of enemy infantry fighting vehicles. Thus, observing the actions of the Russian army in the Kursk region, it becomes clear that the Russian High Military Command is preparing an attack on the city of Sudza from 4 directions at once, from the north, northwest, east, and southeast. It is also worth noting that over the past day, the Russian army has conducted a successful offensive not only in the Kursk region, but also in other directions of the front. In particular, sources in the Russian military department confirmed the words of war correspondents that on October 9, 2024, the Russian army liberated the settlement of Verkhnekamenskoye in the Seversk direction of the front. It is reported that the liberation of this village allowed the Russian army to approach the city of Seversk by 5 kilometers. The situation in this direction of the front develops in such a way that Russian troops continue to advance towards the city of Seversk from 4 directions at once. Meanwhile, on the night of October 10, Russia launched a massive missile attack on military facilities located on the territory of such Ukrainian regions as Kharkiv, Kiev, Odessa, Poltava, and Dnipropetrovsk. It is reliably known that during this attack, Russia used dozens of cruise and ballistic missiles, as well as guided aerial bombs of the FAB and ODAB families. So, in the Kharkiv region, on the northern outskirts of the city of Kharkiv, Russian FAB 500 guided aerial bombs hit the places of temporary deployment of personnel of the Ukrainian army and foreign mercenaries. It is reported that as a result of this attack, 40 Ukrainian soldiers and about 15 foreign mercenaries were killed. Russian guided aerial bombs also hit a military target in the city of Kupiansk, in the Kharkiv region. In particular, the guided aerial bomb ODAB 1500 hit and destroyed a wholesale base in the western part of the city. As it turned out, the Ukrainian military used this wholesale base to house heavy equipment. In the Kiev region, in the southeastern part of the city of Kiev, Russian Kh-101 cruise missiles hit and destroyed several warehouses to keep arms and ammunition. In the Odessa region, in the port part of the city of Chernomorsk, the Russian ballistic missile Iskander-M destroyed another bulk carrier. It is reported that NATO used this ship for the next delivery of military cargo to Ukraine. In the Poltava region, in the city of Kremenchuk, independent monitoring services recorded two powerful explosions on the territory of a local enterprise. And finally, in the Dnipropetrovsk region, near the village of Pashina Baka, Russian Iskander-M ballistic missiles destroyed two launchers of Patriot air defense systems, one engagement control station and MSQ-104, and one radar and MPQ-65. The footage clearly shows how Russian ballistic missiles first hit and destroyed the radar and MPQ-65 and the engagement control station and MSQ-104. And just a couple of seconds after that, two launchers of Patriot air defense systems were also struck and destroyed. Sources in the Russian military department stressed that as a result of this attack, the enemy lost not only valuable military equipment, but also an experienced combat crew. It is reported that as a result of this attack, about 10 U.S. Army soldiers were killed, who directly operated this sophisticated Western military equipment.